Democrats are in a complete panic as Biden's biggest fundraisers watch their advantage vanish. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video, and today it is time to talk about the 2024 presidential election because it appears that Democrats are in a complete panic over the upcoming presidential election. I know, we've talked quite a bit about how Democrats are worried and they believe they're on pace to lose, but look at this headline. Disappointment and depression. Biden's biggest fundraisers watch their advantage vanish. Yeah, this is a real headline, not from Fox News, not from a far-right outlet. Nope, from Politico. They're finally admitting, oh yeah, by the way, behind closed doors, a bunch of Democrats are realizing, oh crap, we have a big problem here that if it's not resolved ASAP, we're gonna lose. Now, before I continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated, and yeah. Now, let us get into it. Joe Biden's campaign planned to bury Donald Trump in an avalanche of cash. Instead, his allies are braced for a slugfest without the benefit of a fatter wallet, as financial reports showed Trump outraising Biden in back-to-back months, hauling in huge sums after his 34 felony convictions, and erasing Biden's long-standing financial edge. Yep, that's right. The one advantage Biden had going into the election was, well, he was raising more money than Trump, therefore he was going to win. At least according to Democrats, that's why he was going to win the presidency. Well, now, Trump is starting to outraise Biden in back-to-back months, and not by $1 million. We made a whole video on this. He outraised him by, like, I think it was $60 million. It's like, that's a lot of money. And this was the one thing the campaign was banking on. They were banking on the fact that, well, Trump isn't fundraising that much, but we are. So we could just flood the airwaves with ads, and therefore we're going to win because of it. Well, now they don't have that advantage, and they were banking on this. They really thought that they were going to be on the air 24/7, while Trump's going to be on the air like maybe once a week, you know, for ads. That's why they thought they were going to win. But now it's like, okay, we can't do that, because Trump is raising a lot more money than Biden is. So therefore, we're at best having even finances with Trump. At worst, we're possibly going to be outspent compared to him, which would be just crazy if that occurred, but if Trump's fundraising keeps going as it is, yeah, more than likely, we're going to see Trump outspending Biden at the end of the day. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but if he's fundraising that much money, it could happen. Democrats in recent days largely downplayed Trump's new financial lead in the same way Trump's allies had when Biden was running ahead of the money race, saying the president would have enough money to compete. But there's two big differences for why this is not the same thing. For one, the only reason early on Biden was raising so much money, much more than Trump, was because he was able to raise more money. That's basic campaign finance law. If you're not the nominee of your party, you cannot raise as much as if you were the nominee. That's a fact. There are laws in the book that prevent you from raising $500 million. Well, you still can, but it's much harder. But the second, even before the convictions happened, the second that Trump won the nomination or the Republican Party declared him the nominee, suddenly his fundraising went up. That's not just a fluke. That's just how it works. But the second reason is, well, the Biden campaign, they were banking on this financial lead. The Trump campaign, I don't think ever expected to even lead in fundraising. They thought, okay, if we're just down by, 20 million, we're not going to lose. We just can't be down by $500 million. That's what they were thinking. But now, the Trump campaign's ahead. They never thought in a million years they were going to actually outraise Biden. And the Biden campaign banked on this. They were thinking, okay, if we're on the air 24/7, especially compared to Trump, where he's on the air maybe like once a week or whatever, we're going to win because of it. That was their strategy. But now, they don't have that same luxury because, well, they're not raising as much money as even Trump is now. They had the advantage 3 months ago, but in May and especially June, they've lost that advantage. But privately, several Democratic strategists and donors were reeling. There was a strategy of raising all this money on the front end so we could have this huge edge, said one Biden bundler. The whole point of it was to come out with a sizable cash advantage, and we're now even and it's June. I have no other word for it other than depression among Biden supporters. Yeah. This isn't just any ordinary person. This is someone that works for the campaign on raising money. And they admitted to Politico their whole strategy was, if we raise so much money early on, there is no way in hell Trump can overcome that. We're going to win because of it. But now, they're realizing, wait, this strategy as of now failed. And now, there's depression among Biden supporters. That's his exact words. So are you going to tell me with a straight face that this is actually good news for Joe? It's not. They were banking on having such a huge financial advantage that they're going to win because of it. But now, they don't have that same advantage that they had 4 months ago. In the 2024 money race, not only was Trump outraising Biden, but he has also had more cash on hand, and Republican mega donors too rolled out enormous checks for Trump in recent days, including $50 million from longtime GOP donor Timothy Mellon to a pro-Trump super PAC. Several Biden donors insisted that they expected and planned for Trump to close the gap after he clinched the Republican nomination. Bull crap! You know why this is BS? Because just 3 to 4 months ago, we were hearing from the Biden campaign, even from Biden donors, that we're going to win the presidency because Trump has no money, he can't raise, and we're going to outspend him 10 to 1 or whatever. Look it up. 3 months ago, they were saying that, but now they're actually saying, no, we're going to still win. And not only did we actually expect Trump to take the lead for fundraising, we planned for it. This sounds like some 70 chess bullshit. If you really planned for Trump to close a fundraising gap and lead in fundraising, you're actually insane. You never thought that. These same people were saying, we're going to win because of the fundraising advantage. It's over for the orange man. But now they're saying, no, we actually had a 70 chess move planned to stop the orange man. We actually wanted him to take the fundraising advantage. That just sounds insane. But that's what some Biden donors are saying. They're saying actually it was part of a grand conspiracy to stop the orange man. It's just unbelievable that this is what they're saying. Now, there are some people within the Democrat Party being honest, but there still are some that are so delusional that they actually believe this crap. They actually believe that it's all part of a 70 chess move to stop Trump. We allowed him to take the fundraising lead, but we're still going to win. If that's your strategy, you're going to lose. That might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. You purposely let your opponent raise more money than you? What? Part of the disparity between the campaigns was that Biden was spending more heavily, building out an unbelievable campaign structure battleground states, while Trump has done nothing, said Chip Forster, co-chair of the Biden-Harris Southern Finance Committee. That's just false. We know for a fact, especially in recent days, Trump is spending a lot of money on field offices and staff in states like Virginia, Minnesota. They've spent plenty in places like Pennsylvania. To say that Trump has done nothing is just wrong. But not only that, they've had these field offices, they've had this staff for 7 months now in these states. And as of now, Biden is still losing. So you're telling me you've had all this time to prepare this great campaign, all right? You've spent God knows how much money on this great ground game. But as of now, you're still losing. Like, really? That's your strategy. Your strategy is, we have such a great ground game, it doesn't matter how much Trump spends, we're going to win. That might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's the same crap we heard from DeSantis and even Haley's supporters just 3 months ago. Remember, they were making a big deal about how, Ron DeSantis has a great ground game in Iowa and he's going to win. Remember that? All the polling is fake, it's all a grand conspiracy. We have a 70 chess move plan to win the Iowa caucus. How did that go? He got absolutely crushed. You could replace DeSantis and his supporters with Biden and his supporters and replace Iowa with any swing state, a state like Wisconsin, a state like Pennsylvania, Georgia. Well, they're not really spending in Georgia, which should tell you everything, but either way, the fact that they're saying the same stuff the DeSantis campaign said just 4 months ago should tell you everything. There are some Democrats that are being honest with everyone, saying, hey, we're not in a good situation. Like, we realize we have a big problem here. We were banking on having this huge financial advantage. Now we don't. And now you have some that are still delusional, thinking, oh, this is actually a 7D chess move to stop Trump. What? This is really what this campaign is banking on. They really supposedly planned for Trump to close the gap. That's BS. We know for a fact they weren't. They were expecting that they were going to outraise Trump by a lot. Trump might fundraise more than he was beforehand, but they were never thinking, oh yeah, Trump is going to outraise us by $80 million. They never thought about that. They never thought that was even possible. But now, it's happening. And there's a possibility this could get even worse because apparently the Biden campaign had a strategy of, okay, let's raise all of our money early on and we don't have to worry about it. That's what they said in the same article right here. They had a strategy plan to raise all the money on the front end. So we have this huge advantage. So now it's like, okay, if earlier this year was your best fundraising months, which again, it could be wrong, but let's say they are, you are in deep trouble because Trump is going to raise a lot of money. If you're banking on the first 5 months of the year, and now theoretically it should just go down, I don't think it will, but let's say it does, you're not winning. You just can't win in that scenario because you're going to run out of money at some point. You just will. While Trump, his fundraising is just going up and up and up. It's like, okay, you were banking on it being bankrupt. You were. But now, they're actually saying it was part of a grand conspiracy we planned to stop him. What does that tell you? Either way, we just got to see what happens, but the more you read into this, the more you realize, okay, the Biden campaign, at least some of them, are being honest. They realize, wait a minute, we have a huge problem here. We're not raising as much money as Trump. Hell, we're getting crushed right now, and we were not expecting this. But some are actually so delusional, they were supposedly planning for Trump to take the fundraising lead. What? That you were actually planning for that? Not a good plan if that's real, bud. We just gotta see what happens. Again, it's early on, things could change, but this does not sound good for Biden's campaign. The fact that this is the headline, disappointment and depression, I mean, just, what else is there to say about this campaign? Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.